We're here at the NAGA tournament. I was too late to register and compete.
I signed up for an opportunity to go to California, be a part of this video of 1 purple belt versus 50 white belts. I will be one of the 50 white belts. Look at this, I got everything set up. I even brought my guitar. Woo, I got everything, man, let's go.
Joseph, come up here, sir.
Welcome to part 2 of my California trip. I took a little bit of time off to let my elbow heal and to kind of just get some priorities in order. Things have been crazy since I've taken this trip. I even got a haircut. Now I gotta warn you guys, this is where footage starts to get a little bit scarce in the trip, just because, like I said before, that I was really in the moment. And on top of that, I was rushing to get home by this point. So bear with me while I walk us through this part of the journey. Waking up on the California coast had to be the best feeling ever. That morning, Josh Beam had actually accepted my invitation to hang out and agreed to meet up at a really cool spot in San Jose. But before that, I had to get cleaned up and shower at the airport. And let me tell you, the generic chemical-filled soap they had there, horrible. I just wish that I had known about Leg Lock Soap Syndicate at the time. A quick shout out to today's sponsor, Leg Lock Soap Syndicate. If you're training jiu-jitsu or any form of martial arts, or just living life on the road like I was, the last thing you want is crappy soap messing with your skin and not getting the job done. Leg Lock Soap Syndicate is a family business based here in Southern Texas, started by my buddy Wyatt from Guerrilla Warfare Jiu-Jitsu. The soap has all natural ingredients with powerful antifungal and antibacterial properties. It smells great and it lasts.
Whoa, you smell really good.
That's Leg Lock. They're handmade in small batches by a martial artist for martial artists. They also have rash guard sets that are of amazing quality, and honestly, they look badass. Check out the website at leglocksoapsyndicate.com and get your soap and your rash guards now. I'll leave a link in the description below. After freshening up a little bit, I went ahead and took a trip around San Francisco, which wreaked absolute havoc on my car's everything system. I have never driven such steep hills like that before. I'm talking about, I'm at stop signs. Crazy. But I finally made it to Josh. So here's where I'm gonna save you guys from the ultimate cringe interview you have ever seen in your life. I wasn't prepared to turn our interaction into any kind of content, but Josh, being the legend that he is, challenged me to go ahead and record an interview. And I'm glad he did. Looking back on it, I realized that I need to really work on controlling my anxiety and being prepared to film and create content at any time. But in a nutshell, Josh gave me really great insight about his mindset towards training and life since he started jiu-jitsu. He's actually been through a lot of similar situations as me, which was not cool, but it was cool. He also introduced me to something that I've never heard of before, the ecological approach to training jiu-jitsu. Now, this really piqued my curiosity because as a white belt, all of the research that I've done about jiu-jitsu and all of the learning that I've picked up, this was still something that I've never heard of before. But pretty much, while he was injured, he was messaged by Al Legora, who introduced him to the approach. Basically, it's a training style based off of how humans perceive and act through affordances in an environment. In jiu-jitsu, with certain constraints and structured games, certain actions and reactions will emerge through problem solving. So this was a very interesting thing, and it really reminded me of my class that I had at Newbury back in part 1 of the video. While we weren't necessarily drilling, we were playing structured games that were leading us towards the direction that we were supposed to go. After the trip, I realized how many gyms actually use this style of teaching, and even more so of a hybrid approach, but predominantly CLA at higher belt levels. After some YouTuber advice, we caught a buzz and we called it a night. Cut. The next morning, Josh treated me to breakfast and to some delicious coffee. Josh, thank you again, brother, for your time and hospitality. Now, me being me, I decided, since I'm still all the way out here, why do I have to go home? I'm going to LA. Now, this was the childhood dream. Maybe I'd run into someone and kickstart an acting career, or maybe start a band or something. But I hit Highway 1 and I made my way all the way to the City of Angels. But here's something that I didn't know. California summers along the coast can actually be cold and foggy. They call it June gloom. It makes for some really gorgeous but eerie scenery though. I stopped by one of the beaches too. I really couldn't tell you which one. I noticed quickly that I was the only person out there, which was probably dangerous, but it was 100% worth it. And here's me trying to be dramatic, completely forgetting I still had my mic on. Whoa, no, sir. Oh, not those. All right, that's enough of that shit. But of course, nothing's ever smooth with me. A landslide has shut down the highway completely, which added about 3 hours to my trip. At this point, I really debated about going back home. I had already came this far. I had to keep going. And finally, I had made it. Hollywood Boulevard. Except it was a ghost town. I literally had the entire road to myself. Everything was closed. No big life-changing conversations, just me walking the boulevard.
All right. We're down here on Hollywood Boulevard, ending our trip in California. It was amazing. I feel like I got everything I was wanting to get out of it. I had to go at Josh Beam. I won $100 in a fanny pack signed by him. I got to meet up with him afterwards. I did hit Highway 1 all the way down the coast, and that was my plan, to get down to LA and then make it home after that. Halfway down the coast, the landslide covered Highway 1. So I had to turn around, go all the way back up the coast, back where I came from, threw off my entire plans. But I was able to get down here, get to LA, get to Hollywood, and all of it was an experience. You know, overall, I had this journey set in my heart as a soul-searching journey, something like that. It was the whole trip here, you know, staying in my car, kind of going against the grain of what my family was recommending for me and wanting me to do at the time. Because honestly, I went through hell getting out here. But I feel like I learned a lot about myself. Now I gotta go home and figure out how to edit this damn video. I was so everywhere with everything the whole trip. I don't even know what footage I got. I think I just got little clips of things passing. But to be fair though, this trip wasn't a vacation. I will be going around Houston to different gyms. I will be learning more about jiu-jitsu, learning more about myself, just trying to open my mind and seeing where this takes me. I mean, it brought me to California. Ah, man, that is crazy. I don't even know how to end this video, but I'm gonna get to my car. I'm gonna head home, and I'll get footage of that along the way. So
I drove over to Santa Monica to check out the beach at night, saw the pier lit up in the distance, and then started my way home. That's when I spotted the Route 66 sign. So of course, I decided, why not? Now, full transparency, I did go against all of my family's wishes on this trip. They were worried, they were upset, they had wished I had planned it out more. So to keep everyone from having a heart attack, I went ahead and rushed home. But here's a quick montage of some of the places that I saw while traveling on the original Route 66. Forgive me if they are out of order. This was never meant to be a travel vlog. And that's where part 2 of my California trip ends. Now, what I really thought about on the drive home, aside from all the jiu-jitsu stuff that I picked up and learned, was how much of a risk I was actually taking, accepting a lesser job and going against the grain of what is set out for me, given where I'm from. Off camera, I talked to a bunch of people. I asked for a lot of advice. And one piece of advice that I did get consistently was to not give up. Simple. But it's starting to hit a little bit differently now. I mentioned in my first video that I had a habit of starting things and not seeing them all the way through. But I'm seeing now more than ever that if I want to see results in anything that I do, that I have to really make those hard choices that I feel are going to be truly best for me. Because only I know what I'm feeling. Only I know what I'm going through, what I'm thinking, what my real plan is, what I'm actually capable of. No one else should be able to make those life decisions for me, or at least influence those decisions to where I don't feel like myself when I'm making them. And that was a big deal for me because I care about pleasing the people that I deem important in my life so much. But when I got back, I sat everyone down. I had a serious talk with everyone about what my plan was. And I told them that I was going to go all the way for it. I didn't care what anybody thought or what the consequences were. Then I learned that they just really wanted me to work hard and give my all into whatever it was that I was doing instead of half-assing it. And that honestly, it was myself who was scared of what they would say to step out of the norm. I was so worried about what they'd think, what they'd say, what they feel, that I was holding myself back. But after talking to them, their response was the complete opposite of what I was expecting. And honestly, I am truly grateful for that. But my content from here on out will be all up-to-date content. I did stay true to what I said though, and I did go around Houston traveling to other gyms, cross-training, and getting the feel of different styles. I met a lot of people, I made tons of new friends, and shout out to all the gyms out there that made me feel so welcome when I came. I even went to some of them more than once. But to see all of that and more of my personal life, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at JoeFace13_. Huge thank you again to Josh Beam, and don't forget to check out LegLockSoapSyndicate.com. If not, you're missing out. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. From white belt to black belt, let's go.